Mix cell reference is one of the most confusing operations you are going to perform in Excel or in spreadsheets. Don't be discouraged if you don't get it initially, keep trying. It does take a while, but once you do understand it, it's actually quite simple. So what we have here is a table. I said I sell fruit in the market, and here are the different types of fruit that I sell, and here are the prices per box. And here is the number of boxes. So I want to know how much I pay for 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So what we're going to do is a very simple multiplication. We're going to do equals, and then A4, I click on A4 times B3. And that's it. So for one box, of course, I pay $2. Now, I need to copy this formula down and then right. If I just try to copy it by dragging and dropping, so just drag down and right, we see it doesn't really work. I'm not about to pay millions of dollars for apples. So I'm going to delete everything. Let's try again. So equals A4 times B3. And what we're going to have to do, we're going to work with the cell referencing. The easiest way to do that is to dissect the formula cell by cell. Okay, so let's start with A4. Okay, if I look at A represents the column. Whenever I'm moving this formula across other columns, do I want it to be locked on the number of boxes, or do I need it to move? I need it to be locked because the number of boxes is here, right? So this is going to take a $sign, and that locked the column. Now, 4 represents the row. As I copy this formula down, do I need the number of boxes to be locked, or do I need it to move down? I need it to move down because I need to do it for 5, 10, 15, and so on. So that does not take a $sign. Now let's do the same for B3. So B represents the columns. As I move this formula right through the columns, do I need the formula to be locked on B, which is apples, or do I need it to move to pears, bananas, and so on? I need it to move. So I'm going to leave it unlocked. Now let's do the same for 3. 3 represents the rows. As I move right through the columns, do I need also to move down, or do I stay locked on row 3? I stay locked in row 3 because that's where my price is, right? So this takes a $sign. So that's my final formula. I press return. Now let's try dragging it down. It looks correct to me. Let's drag it right. Again, looks right, dragging right. So let's do this again, but slightly differently. Okay, so I have everything selected in spreadsheets. It's very easy, you just press delete and everything gets deleted. And let's start typing the formula again. So it's equals to start the formula, and then I wanted A4, which has the number of boxes, times B3, which has the price. Again, dissect it cell by cell, starting with A4. A represents the column. Do I need it stuck here, or do I need it moving right? I need it here because that's where my number of boxes is. So this takes $1. Do I need stuck in row 4, or do I need it to move down? I need it to move down because I'm going to do it for 5, 10, 15, and so on. So no $sign. The same thing again. Do I need it stuck here? This B is a column. Do I need it stuck here, or do I need it moving right through the columns? I need it moving because it's going to do it for the different fruit types. So no $sign. Now let's look at the rows. Do I need it stuck in row 3, or do I need it moving down? I need it in row 3 because that's where my price is. So that takes $1. So let's find a different way of adding the dollar. And this is by doing F4, or with a Mac, Fn and then F4. First time, it's going to put dollars in front of column and row. Second time, only in front of row, that's where we need it. If you were going to go a third time, only in front of the column. Fourth time, back to relative cell reference. So again, once, absolute reference, twice, mixed reference, only row. That's where we need it. So once the formula is ready, we're just going to press enter or return, and then we're going to choose our method to copy the formula across. So we're going to drag and drop to the right, and then down.